What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, welcome to my channel. If you guys are already part of this family, then welcome back. You guys already know the drill. On here we do all beauty and makeup related. Thank you guys so much for watching, for subscribing, and for supporting my channel. We are gonna go ahead and review the new Morphe Gilded Desert collection, and of course I'm going to show you guys how I got this look and what I think about the collection. But before we jump into today's video, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, do not forget to follow me on my Instagram, because on there I do post a lot more beauty content using these products and a lot more makeup product. Do not forget to turn on your bell notifications so you guys do not miss any of my uploads. And with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So we are gonna go ahead and jump in. Like I did mention to you guys, I do have their Gilded 35U Gilded palette, as well as a bronzer and a highlight, which we will get into. And so this is the palette, guys. I really love Morphe's palette. I feel like they are overall good formula. And I am a sucker for browns. Now I do like that they incorporated some neutrals in here, because this palette I feel like would be a really great palette whenever I do freelance makeup. This is a palette I would definitely carry with me because of all the warms and neutrals and cool tones. So I really love that. So we are gonna go ahead and prime our lid and get started. So my eyebrows are on. Again, I will be leaving the price points on the screen for you guys, but this palette did retail for $27. I am gonna go ahead and prime my lid just using any concealer. I'm gonna go ahead and take this Essence one. I really like this concealer. Prime our eyelid. Now this is a matte concealer, which I feel like does help with the shadow, and I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that. Now I really do enjoy Morphe's shadows. I know some people don't, or some people, like, sometimes they're a hit or a miss. All the palettes that I have personally used from Morphe are really good quality, so I'm expecting good quality out of this palette. So now that we are nice and primed, we are going to jump into the palette. Now I don't even know what I'm going for, but we will, you know, we will see. Now I'm gonna go into the shade called Molten, which is this reddish, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it is this like reddish brownish color. And I'm actually gonna take that on a Morphe M504 brush. This is literally my favorite brush from Morphe, and it is very pigmented. So I'm gonna go ahead and place that all over my crease. Now that is pigment, guys, and I'm just gonna place it, not really worry about the blending too much, just want to pack it on there. That looks really pretty. Now it's blending out really nice, no complaints. I'm gonna take this JH33 brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and just blend that color out, and then apply another color on top, just so it's really nice and blended out. Now to blend that out and give myself a little bit more of a transition color, I'm gonna go into the shade called Dune Buggy, and it is this shade right here. It's like an orangey shade again, but just a little bit more light brown, you know. And I'm gonna go ahead and just take that on a Morphe 518 brush, and then we're gonna go ahead and use that to really blend it out. Now there is a little bit of kickback in this palette but nothing that I would be like concerned about or like too mad about. Now to darken up the look a little bit, I'm gonna take the shade called Sun Seeker, which is this really pretty chocolate brown, and I'm just gonna go ahead and add that to the outer part of the eye, and I'm gonna go in with the same 506 brush to deepen up the outer part of our eye. And again, so far the shadows are blending really nice. They're not patchy at all. They're really pigmented. So I really love Morphe's brand overall. I know that they're always like into some type of chisme or controversy, but I really love the brand. I feel like their products overall are good, you know. Now you guys know I have to go in and cut my crease, which I'm gonna use that same concealer, and I'm just gonna take a little flat brush and cut out my crease. You guys know that's just the looks that I always go for. Now, once I have cut my crease, I'm going to take another shade just to blend out that super dark brown into the other shade, Dune Buggy, which is, again, that orangey shade. And I'm going to place it right between that, like, super dark chocolate brown and my cut crease, just so it creates a little nice, like, you know, blended effect, and it doesn't look too harsh. Now, I do want to use a very shimmery shade on the lid, and I think I am going to go into this one called Gold Sparkle, which looks very pretty. Oh, it is very pretty. And maybe there's this other one called Full of Flash. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then if we swatch them, I think I'm gonna go into the more like goldy one, because that one is more like orangey. So it is called, now I'm gonna go in without spraying my brush just to see. Wow, that is very creamy on its own. It is not dry at all. Very creamy formula. And of course you can definitely see the shimmery on there. That is super pretty. I love this shade. So that is the eye look so far, guys. I'm gonna go off camera to my other eye, finish my lashes, apply my foundation, so we can jump into the bronzer and the highlight. But I am really liking this shadow so far. I love the colors. The pigment is there. The formula is on point. So we will be right back. So we are back, and this is what the face is looking like. I will leave everything on the description box of what's on my face. And then I did want to mention, I did add this little glitter from e.l.f. like on the lids just to make it pop. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into the bronzer. So this is their bronze show. It is their Velvet Matte Pressed Powder, and this is what she looks like. Now I did get the shade Bronze Vibes because it was either this or a very light shade, and then I believe they do have three or four other shades, I want to say. Now this one, it's a little on the cool side, which I feel like would be really nice for maybe contouring. For bronzing, I would definitely need something a little more warm. Now this is, the price of this I believe is like $14 or $16. I will leave it on the screen for you guys. And as well as the bronzer and the highlighter, they did come out with a bronzer brush and a highlighting brush. Now I didn't get those because I'm supposed to buy those online from Ulta, and these were in store, so I just really wanted to get this video up. But for bronzer, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Morphe M450 brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and dip, and we will see. So the color is there for sure. The color is there for sure. I'm not mad at the color. The only thing for me, I would say, is summer is coming up, and I get really bronzed in the summer. So this bronzer is not going to work for me at all. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and pick up a darker shade just so I can have, you know, like a little bit more of a darker shade. But I am going to say that it's super smooth and it's blending out really nice. So it is definitely showing up, which I like, and I love how smooth and velvety it is. So the only thing I would say is it looks a lot more lighter on the pan versus on my skin, but I really like this. So far I am loving this bronzer. So this is their Glow Show highlighter. It is a radiant pressed highlighter, and I got mine in the shade Gilded Glow, which this is what she looks like. Now right off the bat, guys, it doesn't look too like it's gonna be a super blinding highlight, but we are gonna go ahead and try it out. I am gonna go ahead and take this highlighter brush from the brand Equate, I believe is what it's called. I got this at Walmart, and I'm not gonna go ahead and spray my brush or anything. Okay, so this is very powdery from the, let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and try it again. So this is looking very powdery and dry. So that's the highlight, guys. I'm not feeling this highlight. It looks very dry on the pan. I'm gonna say that. It's not velvety, it's not smooth, it's just dry. This literally looks like a pressed powder for your face. This does not look like a highlight, so I'm not feeling this highlight at all. I think I'm gonna go into this shade right here called Dawn to Dusk. Again, it's like a brownie reddy, like a brownish reddish shade, and I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that on the lash line. And then for my inner corner, I'm going to go into this shade called Sunday Rise, which looks not too goldy. It looks more like a cool, like shimmery shade. I am going to go ahead and just pop that on my inner corner, and that is super pretty and super blinding. I am so impressed with this shimmery shades. They are performing really nice. And I'm actually just going to take some and pop that on my nose so you guys, that definitely stands out. I'm gonna go put on a lipstick, and then I'm gonna be back to let you guys know what I think of this collection. So like I said, we are gonna get into the video, and I'm gonna let you guys know what I think. So I'm gonna start off with the product that I loved the most, which is the palette itself. I feel like this palette is super pretty. It is right up my alley. If you guys love any products that are browns and bronzy colors and a little bit of cool tones, I feel like this would be a really good palette for you. Not only that, I do freelance makeup, so I feel like this palette is definitely going in my case, and they blend it out amazingly. The pigmentation is there. There is a little bit of kickback, but that's not something I hate in a palette. And not only that, the shimmers on their own without me spraying any setting spray on my brush are amazing. They're buttery, they're pigmented, they're very shimmery. So I give this palette a 10 out of 10. I really loved it. Up next is we have their bronze show, which is their velvet matte pressed powder bronzer. That is a mouthful to say. Now this is a very pigmented bronzer. I just feel like maybe for my skin tone I should have gotten something a little bit more warmer. This is definitely a cool tone, but it is pigmented, guys. It blends out really nice, definitely buildable. Overall, I loved how this performed. So again, this is something that I would pick up if I were you. Definitely worth having in your collection. Now, something I am super disappointed about and I will not be recommending is the highlight. It is super dry, it is super chalky and not pigmented at all. This literally, when you look at it in like up close in person, it has no shimmer in here. It literally looks like a pressed powder. I honestly, when I picked it up, thought it was like a setting powder or something. Wouldn't recommend you guys picking this up at Ulta. I'm just very disappointed. It's the first time I ever tried a Morphe highlighter, and for it to be that dry, I really don't understand what they were like going for. I'm not sure it's supposed to be like a super blinding highlighter, but whenever I think of bronziness and a desert, I like right away think of bronzy colors, shimmery colors, gold colors, very like sun-kissed, and this does not give me that at all. This is like definitely desert vibes, in the sense of it being like very dry. So I don't know, but I don't like this at all. Do not pick it up. This brings us to the end of the video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.